name's Teresa, and this is my channel, Homestead Life. Welcome to my kitchen. So this afternoon, early evening, we are going to put together some Monster Burritos, and I have these huge tortillas. They are 12-inch flour tortillas, and we are going to start by getting these heated up over on the stove on cast iron. Then we're going to assemble some beef and bean and cheese along with some 505 green chili. So let me open the stove. We have this warmed up to just kind of a medium, and I'm going to open up these tortillas. I have already heated up one package and put them one by one on about a medium here for the pan. I like my cast iron for this. I do have a little bit of light spray of some olive oil. I do that before I do about 12 of them. Now you're just gonna kind of cook them for a few minutes on this side, on each side. So what you're wanting to do is warm up your tortilla so that it's soft and pliable. You're not trying to overly cook it, brown it, anything of that nature. As you'll see, it's gonna get nice and thin. Nice and thin. It's gonna get nice and flexible. Just noticing that one's kind of thin. So I'm gonna put that on this plate with the others, and I'm gonna cover it in a towel to keep it warm, and we will go to the next one. This is the easiest way that I've found to heat up tortillas. It also helps with the flavor of tortillas. You can do it in the microwave. You can also do it in the oven. I just prefer this method. To me, it's just as easy and I have control over it. Sometimes when you're heating things up in a microwave, you might have some that are a little softer than others, some that kind of get a little mushy, some that get a little hard. So I just kind of prefer to do this so that I have a little more control. And again, we're not trying to brown it or anything like that. We're just trying to get it nice and pliable. And then over onto the stack here. We're going to be making 24 of these bad boys. 24 large bean and beef burritos. Bean, beef, and cheese. So if you haven't watched my other videos, I'll link those in the description or link them at the end of the video on how I did my beef and how I did my beans. So you can kind of see how I did that. And then this is the compilation of everything that I've already done. Now this has been an all-day adventure. Actually, it started last night with my beans. And this is definitely a labor of love and not something I do every single day. Pliable this is and how it changes. You'll get used to it after you've done it a couple times, the feel of how it should be versus how it starts, because if you can see, this is kind of yeah, it's easy to move, but it's just a totally different feel once it's kind of been warmed up a little bit and cooked just a smidge. It feels much easier to move. There's some people that warm these on the fire, like on the actual burner. Again, you can do it in the oven or the microwave. If you do it in the microwave, you're going to want to just do a few at a time and then also have a damp paper towel on the bottom. But I prefer this one. To me, it's just as easy. See how easy that just bends and flexes? Okay, 2 more. 2 más. Dos más. My limited Spanish. Now we can see whoever rolled this one out. That's a little thin there, but that's okay. It's okay. I'll keep that in mind. That's a little too hot. Perfect. And you see if I get it a little too warm, it's going to start bubbling like that. Here is the last one. That's just folding and it doesn't break. Okay, we're going to turn this off. Go ahead and leave this over here. And we're going to move this over to the island. All right, so now we have our warm tortillas. I've got our cheese. I've got some 505 green chili. I do have some plastic wrap and then some freezer bags. Now let's grab microwave, which is also still nice and warm. And now I'm going to take the beef. I do this a little differently than maybe some other people do, but that's just because I'm trying to mix everything all together. Now the beef, if you were with me in the video that where I did the beef, I do have some paper towels at the bottom to get the rest of the juices or the fat from that. Now I'm going to grab another bowl, which I should have had out already, but sometimes I forget things. Okay, so we're going to take our beef and we're going to just go ahead and put this in here. You can see all of this fat is kind of down on this bottom paper towel. I'm going to really take that. Right? I'm going to go ahead and use that as a trash bowl. Okay. And now that we have this, I'm going to open our 505. I've never understood why, as we get older, we have to use gadgets to open things. But hey, I broke my wrist years ago, so I just don't have the torque that I should have. We're just going to go ahead and dump the 505 into our meat. And this is going to give us nice flavor. Now, if I had homemade pork green chili, I would be putting that in there, but super excited because 2 weeks from now, my son-in-law, my daughter, and the grandkids are going to be driving to Hatch, New Mexico to pick up some fresh roasted hatch green chili. And we are just getting the chilies and we are going to bring them home and make them. So that I'm super excited about. Okay, so here's our meat and chili mixture. And I'm gonna run out of room on my island. Now I have already washed my hands, but I just put my hands in my hair. Okay, so I'm gonna wash my hands again real quick. Super hot in this house today. It is, last time I checked the temperature, and it's after 5 o'clock, it was 104 or 105. So, a little crazy. Okay. So, I have my cheese here. And this is our shredded, it's cheddar and Monterey Jack, which is what I prefer with my burritos. Now I'm just going to make an assembly line. And I have some food service gloves, and I have those for a reason. Because I don't want to put my hands in that cheese, right? Because have you ever gotten a big thing of cheese and then you open it and you realize that after you use a little bit of it, it goes bad? Well, that's because of from what I've been told, it should be from the spores, or it could be from the spores on our hands. So, when I'm doing burritos, I'm not doing this to sell these or anything like that. So, I'm just gonna try to put these on a little bit better. These are food service gloves, and they should be the right size. I bought these actually mostly for the green chilies and stuff like that, but I figured I'd go ahead and use them. Okay, so we have and our beans are still nice and warm and moist. I'm going to grab just a little spatula, and I'm going to make an assembly line. So we're going to start with this, and I'm going to start with some of the beans. And they've set up a little bit, which is fine, right? It's not a big deal. Just going to put a little bit of the beans on here. Because these are kind of mega burritos, I want more beans than I normally would put on a smaller burrito. And I'm going to put a scoop of our meat. And then some cheese. Once I have a few of these wrapped, then I'm going to put them in saran wrap. So we're just going to do a few of those. And I made a lot more beans because I'm also going to be doing just a bean and cheese burrito as well. That is because my husband loves bean and cheese burritos. So, always try to accommodate things that others like. If I'm going to go through the trouble, I might as well make extra beans. Now, it doesn't matter that these, that the cheese is not going to be melted at this point. That's fine. Because once it's heated, And I'm not the best wrapper for burritos. It all tastes the same, right? So let me get a few of these done. And this is the last one I'm going to do right now before I wrap it up. I was asking earlier, hey, are we having burritos for dinner? Maybe. I almost hate to go through all this effort for weekdays and then have him have a burrito for dinner. But okay, so we have 3, which is fine. When I'm making burritos, the first few are the ugliest burritos, but then I kind of get my groove on, and I get in the rhythm, so to speak, and then they all look more like burritos. But I don't care what they look like as long as they taste good, right? That's the best thing. Because they can look beautiful, and if they taste horrible, totally not worth it. Now, because I'm going to be freezing these and such, I'm not going to be putting anything like sour cream or fresh vegetables or anything like that in here. Actually, a little extra on because I do done that one. Let me get these wrapped up and we'll be back. Is all wrapped up and good. We have a total of 47 burritos. We were one burrito wrapper shy of full 48. So what we've got here, yeah, I can do that. And then we did run out of some of the beef towards the end, so we do have 6 that are just bean and cheese big burritos, which is totally fine. What I'm going to do is put them in these Ziploc bags so that we can freeze them. And I think this is going to work out good. I'm going to put probably 3 to each bag, just so that I'm not overloading them. So that's 3. And then I will mark on these what they are and the date. These are good heavy burritos. So definitely worth the entire day's efforts. For me, anyway. This is not going to be something that in our household will be eaten all in one day. But I would be surprised if this lasts longer than maybe 2 weeks. Because what will happen is that my husband will take some of these to work. Or we'll come home from work and have one as a snack as well as take one to work for lunch. And I don't want to overload these because I do want to be able to put them in the freezer flat. And then he can just take one out and microwave it. I'm probably going to leave 3 out so that he's got some that he doesn't have to have frozen. That he can just leave these 3 out. And then I will leave some of the crumbs here. So I'll leave these 3 in the refrigerator. And then I will also leave 3 of the beans, well, 3 of the bean and cheese, and I'll put these 2 in the freezer. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will link the information on how I did the beans and on how I did the ground beef. And let me know if you have any comments, suggestions, or if you like this video. Thanks, and I hope to see you soon.